In part 1 of this tutorial, we have already discussed the source as arrays. So, arrays elements we have used as source, and in part 2 we have used how to configure your database, how to use the sample table, install it in your database and use it. So, in part 3 we will see the source as a database. So, instead of getting the details, we will go for the filtering the data right from the source side. So, this way how the usually the big search queries or everything works in way, you can see based on the user types, the dynamically this data goes to a backend and collects the record details and post to the users. So, this is not a fixed source, this is a dynamic source which collects it from the backend. Depending on the what you have in the backend, your options will vary. We have the student table, so our records are limited to 35 records of the student table. However, a big search engine will use a huge database with multiple records and all combinations, and they pull out from based on the matching query, but the principle remains the same. Now, let us try the this is our index1.php. You open it up. I hope you are already changed your config file and installed your tables. If not, you watch our part 2 and part 1 and then come to this part. This is the part 3. Now, you can see we have, for your understanding, we are connected first to the autocomplete source 1. We are working on the index1.php file. As you are told in part 1 that this particular source, we are not sending any data and dynamically we are not filtering. So, moment we enter anything, the entire the string goes to backend and backend returns us the entire record. So, all the options will be available for the user to select. Let us, and you can, once the user is selected, so the response is here, and the part 1 we have seen how a load is function is used to get the details of the selected record. Now, let us try this. Here is our output. Let us RE. Now, you can see the full table is returned. This is not what we want. For your understanding, this we are working in index1.php. Now, let us enter this. Now, you can see the record details are come, but the real challenge is that our backend script also should be able to filter it. So, for that purpose, let us go to, we will use index2.php. This is there in your downloaded zip folder. Now, you see we have changed the URL, we are pointing to autocomplete source2.php. Now, what this autocomplete source2 does? Actually, here this is the code. This is more of a backend script than a front end jQuery script, where our jQuery part does not change much. The important part here is we collect the entered search string or user entered keys in our this line. It is available by default as term, term. So, this is available to us or to the user as term. Now, you can see the index is index file is here, whatever we type it here, and that will be available to our source 2. Now, source 2 as term. So, we first collect it here, then this is for our to prevent any injection attack, because we are sourcing it from a outside. So, better to, before passing a query, let us remove all other if anything, any other than a search string, if any other code is inserted. Now, this part of the query, build this, because this is a part of a PHP code which creates dynamically the query. Now, let us go to index2.php. We will see index2. I am changing, you can see here. So, this also designed to take space, break the keywords across the space and create a OR combination. So, if I am using RE and AL, so AL and RE both are used in OR combination, and this is this, and the records are displayed. This part, these two words are passed to our backend string here as a term. Term is the key and the value is our REAL. Here in this case we have used REAL with the space in between. Now, here in this part of the code we are breaking the breaking it and creating using a like command, using a OR combination. You want, you can use a replace it with a AND, but usually if you want it to be OR combination, so better this way. So a like command is used and a OR combination is used here. So the final query gets it here, and using this final query we are returning the result in a JSON format. So this JSON format returned result is available in our load. This is already we have seen in part 1 and 2 how the our load function collects the record and display it. Sorry, it is displayed here, and on selection the user, whatever the our load function is there, it collects the further details of the record based on the user selection. You can see this line, whatever is selected is picked up. Okay, let us try something more. AL, now Ronald I am picking up and getting. Now this filtering is done at the back end. So let us say T, so all the TO, let us go. So TO, all the combination of TO is appearing. This filtering is not done at the front end, this is done at the back end. You can understand the PHP and MySQL combination. In that way we are using it, and this dynamic query is generated as a part of the code here. I hope you can by after understanding part 1 and part 2, you can migrate to part 3 of this tutorial to understand how the dynamically the PHP part works. Whereas in the part 3 there is less of a jQuery part and it is more of a PHP and MySQL and dynamically generating SQL query to execute.